Okay, hello again everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse with me, Classic Game, with my 150 subscriber special. And yeah, my coughing fit did really interrupt the video last time. It really drowned out it made the video bad. So I redid the first little section of that video and then just incorporated the original video, the second half where I got up to this point, because I was coughing but not as badly. If you do notice any coughing that seems bad, please let me know in the comments. I could then redo the video, but there probably won't be any point after that. So we're now in the chapel, um, and this is probably I think one of the good bits because I mean this is just so well detailed.
I decided not to leave quite yet. I was sure there was more to discover up here. The fresco deserved a proper examination. The fresco was surrounded by dusty inscriptions. My Latin was a little rusty, but I could still translate. Ex igne puritas, from fire, purity. Ex luce veritas, from light, truth. Ex labore sapientia, from struggle, knowledge. A town of northern Catalonia. 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 Cathars being burned at the stake. The mountain fortress of Montségur burning after its capture by the Crusaders. Knights of the Albigensian Crusade. Knights of the Albigensian Crusade. Cathars fleeing across the Pyrenees to escape the slaughter of the Albigensian Crusade. They seemed to be carrying something. A town of northern Catalonia. Cathars fleeing across the Pyrenees to escape the slaughter of the Albigensian Crusade. They seemed to be carrying something. Cathars fleeing across the Pyrenees to escape the slaughter of the Albigensian Crusade. They seemed to be carrying something. Cathars fleeing. They seem. Cathars.
Yeah, all right,
They seem to be.
all right.
It was a large marble statue of an old man with a beard. The statue held aloft a colored glass lens. These statues.
What of them?
They're just like the figures in the painting, and on the fireplace.
Indeed. They are the two pillars of the Gnostic faith in harmony. The bearded one is Yahweh, Jehovah, God of the physical world. The other is known by many names. Hillel, Ishtar. He is the bearer of light, Luxfere, Lucifer.
Lucifer? So you guys are devil worshippers?
No. When he is in balance with Jehovah, Lucifer is the god of desire and ambition, driving humans to be inquisitive, to discover, to advance. Just as Jehovah, when he is in balance with Lucifer, is the god of order. Jehovah stands for selflessness and altruism. Gnostics worship the harmony of both gods in balance.
But what if one were to rule without the other?
If Jehovah ruled without Lucifer, then individuality would be surrendered. Mankind would be wholly conformist, mindlessly dependent, mere pawns of a controlling power.
And what if Lucifer ruled without Jehovah?
Ambition and desire would be transformed into unbridled greed, and man would lust only for wealth and power. Society would descend into chaos. Disorder and war would prevail. Then Lucifer would be the devil indeed.
It was a glass wheel divided into 6 colors, and it looked like it could be rotated. Part of the lens was covered. I removed the small leather cover to reveal a crude crystal lens. Colored light streamed through and shone onto the fresco. It was a glass wheel, just like the one held by the other statue. Part of the lens was covered. Someone had translated a portion of the manuscript. It read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun, toward the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life. And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue, and that the light of life is green. For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure. Pure light, white light, pure light will win." So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. It was powerful stuff. I wondered how it connected to La Maledicció.
Alright, so basically I never am able to do this properly. But I think I can work it out. This here,
So the statues on the fireplace mirrored the ritual. Only a true Gnostic would know that. Or someone who had it explained in an old Vatican manuscript taken from a dead priest.
so here, this is Jehovah, this is Lucifer, that's blue, this is green. So it makes sense, and I never actually looked at this, and I actually looked up things. So let me just double check again. Yeah, green and blue.
The color changed from yellow to green.
Let's talk to Marquez again.
Señor Marquez?
Yes?
Let's talk to him about everything and try and get, I want to get this all out because it's important to read everything.
Why was this room so well hidden?
After Montsegur, my ancestors were very careful about announcing their presence. Even I, as a boy, knew nothing of this place.
This fresco means something. I know it.
It is not just a historical record. There is a mystery locked in here. All those figures crossing the Pyrenees, one of them has to be carrying the real Tabula Veritatis. But which one?
Which one indeed?
So, Jehovah, he's God, isn't he?
He is the central figure in Abrahamic religions, but he represents just one aspect of our Gnostic beliefs, the physical world.
So this statue is Satan.
Not Satan, Lucifer.
Okay, so not evil?
The church demonized Lucifer to suit their own ends. He represents the spiritual and intellectual elements of the world. Good and evil are simply products of the human condition.
You talk about balance. What does that mean?
Harmony comes from the balance of Jehovah, who offers order, and Lucifer, who brings ambition. Only under their dual influence will man become enlightened. See the light.
So you say the Cathars are Gnostics?
The Cathars were a medieval religious movement based on Gnosticism. Nowadays, we simply call ourselves Gnostics.
So the tabula is the key to the power of God.
Yes, it is an object of tremendous power.
Wow. This Albigensian crusade sure must have been a bloody affair.
Few were spared. But it was only one episode in 2 millennia of persecution.
Does all that colored light falling on the fresco mean anything?
I don't know, senor. That is why I need you to help me.
What's the deal with these lenses that the statues are carrying?
Clearly, they change the color of light that is reflected onto the fresco.
But why? And why the different colors? Are you sure you don't want to see these papers?
I told you they do not interest me.
They talk about the Tabula Veritatis.
The words of a Dominican priest hold no interest for me.
This sketch of the face in La Maledicció.
What of it?
Who is it? And what does the symbol mean?
The face means nothing to me. But the symbol, it represents the Tabula Veritatis.
Anything else about the photograph you can tell me?
No, it brings back uncomfortable memories.
Are you sure you don't want your medallion back?
I am sure. I know you will find a use for it.
Is this one of Miko's photographs of the robbery?
Yes, she gave it to me.
And did you write these notes on it?
Yes, I was trying to solve part of the painting.
Solve?
I never knew what lay in that portion of La Maledicció. The photograph you have of my family, this part of the painting was missing. But once I saw the Tower of Saints, I knew I had to come here, just as you did, senor.
Take a look at this.
That does not interest me.
Take a look at this.
That is of no matter.
Rich tea cookie?
It looks similar to a Marie.
Marie, huh? Can you dunk a Marie?
Dunk? What is dunk?
No way. You never dunked?
I don't think so.
Wow. Well, here's a promise. When this is all over, I'll teach you how to dunk.
Thank you, George. I look forward to that.
Here's Trevor again.
Enough. You must stay focused.
No, I think
Take a look at this.
I'm enjoying a paperclip.
That does not interest me.
Marquez probably wouldn't have anything to say about it. Take a look at this.
That is...
Take a look at this.
That does...
Take a look at this.
That is...
I knew he would.
Alright, so if we look at the thing again, the other one is in blue and the figures in the middle are red. So what two things do we have that can make this blue? So if we turn this,
The color changed from yellow. The color changed from green to turquoise. The color changed from turquoise to blue.
we're getting somewhere, and then we've got this thing in the middle.
It was a candelabrum holding a single candle. It was a candelabrum holding a single candle. Just what this place needed. Bit of mood lighting. If only I had a few scatter cushions.
Scatter cushions, scatter cushions.
It was a candelabrum holding a single candle. The candle was lit.
I know there's something else I need to do.
Amazing. The light is showing the path of the bonzon.
The what?
The sacred trail my ancestors took across the Pyrenees, carrying the Tabula Veritatis from Montségur across the mountains to this town.
And which town is that?
I don't know. That I cannot answer. But its coat of arms is quite distinctive.
But how does it bring us closer to the tabula?
It tells us the routes the tabula took 800 years ago.
I think that's all we're going to find up here.
You're right. We should return to the hall. Eva will be getting worried.
Okay, we found the route of the Bonzom Trail. How does it help us?
It must somehow relate to the painting.
Papa, are you crazy? What are you doing?
I'm fine. Don't fuss.
You got me out here to look after you, so let me do it. Ramon is outside keeping watch.
George, I'm glad you're safe. What did you find?
There's a secret chapel above the fireplace. But it's not your average everyday chapel. It's a Gnostic chapel. All laid out for worshipping not one god, but two.
What?
I'll tell you when we have more time.
You know, I found some things too, which might connect with all that. Come to the library. Oh, could you bring the painting? I think we're going to need it.
Marquez looked exhausted. Are you all right, Senor Marquez?
I am fine. Just winded, that's all.
Can you tell me any more about this trail of the Bonzom?
It was the secret route taken by my ancestors across the Pyrenees. The route that brought the tabula to Catalonia.
You really had no idea that the Gnostic chapel was behind the fireplace, did you?
No, but the house is full of secrets.
Any idea what Nico might have found?
Parts of this house have been sealed off for a long time. You go. I will stay here.
Eva?
Yes?
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help your father.
I will. Thanks.
Is there anything else you can tell me about these notes?
No. Superstitious rubbish, I expect.
This is your family, right?
Looks like it.
Did I show you my friend?
Yes. Make sure you feed him regularly.
What are you doing with La Maledicció?
Nico found something and asked me to bring the painting. I promised to take care of it.
Remember that shield we saw upstairs?
It was a shield on which heraldic symbols had been painted. The coat of arms was exactly the same as the one depicted on the fresco. It read Berga.
We need that information.
Eva, go with him. Make sure the painting comes to no harm.
I should stay with you, Papa.
Don't worry about me. La Maledicció is more important.
Have you brought the painting?
Sure, why do you want it?
because I found out what Genon was up to.
The Gainan who tried to buy the painting from Maledicció?
No, Genon who led the fascists here during the Civil War. Genon who then spent months here searching for something, and who vanished one day, leaving that trunk full of goodies over there.
You think he's connected to the Gainan who wrote the letter to Maledicció?
It seems likely that they were related.
Maybe. So, what's the plan you've uncovered?
Take a look at this. It's Genon's map. He was searching for something.
Searching for what exactly?
The Tabula Veritatis, I guess.
You think he found it?
I doubt it. If he had, then people wouldn't still be chasing after the painting.
So why did you want me to bring it?
See this scribble in the sea?
It's the same shape as the circles around the Ouroboros.
Yes. Genon thought that pattern in the painting had something to do with a map of Catalonia.
So, I guess we try to finish what Gainan started. I'd put money on those circles around the Ouroboros being places in Catalonia.
But which places?
Maybe the painting can give us some more clues. I removed the oilcloth from the chest. The blanket was made from rough old military wool. A small piece of oilcloth was folded neatly inside the trunk. A small piece of oil. I had no desire to take the old boots. I lifted the hat out of the chest. I picked up the blanket. There was nothing underneath it. There was something tucked beneath the shirt. I picked up the folded note. It was a telegram.
Oh no, I hate this. I hated this thing. I didn't like it at all. I'm going to have to use a guide for this. Oh fuck. Verita. Ver. That's what it is. It's I. And that is S. And this is smuggled. Then what? Then Y is GG. And that is obviously a D. That's That's a T something T. A. Out. Of. M O O N. To something. By. Survivors. Stop. I have confirmed this from confessions extracted by the Dominican
I deciphered the
There you go.
telegram. The Tabula Veritatis was smuggled out of Montsegur to Catalonia by a group of Cathar survivors. I have confirmed this from confessions extracted by the Dominican Inquisitor Emmerich of Girona. It was signed Wolfram. I put everything back in the chest. A moth-eaten tapestry hung on the wall. A moth-eaten Eva.
Yes?
Do you have any idea what we should be looking for?
What do I know? You're the ones who think there are secrets hidden here.
This map is confusing.
Well, we can be sure about the 2 locations mentioned in the telegram. But perhaps there are more clues to be found.
The coat of arms I saw in the fresco was for a town called Berga.
I know of it. You should mark it on the map.
so
The
burger.
map had to be the key.
Your objective is to solve clues hidden in Maledicció and mark the 4 key locations. To mark a location, pick up the pin and paste it on the map. You will know when you correctly have identified these 4 locations. So we need to put. I know this one. We need to put. I know the 4 locations. Study the painting inventory.
There was a tower within the ring. Inside the ring was what looked like an affluent town. The town of Berga was depicted in this ring. The ring depicted some kind of castle gate. Positioned in the light cast by Lucifer and Jehovah, it had to connect to the trail of the Bon Homme. It was the figure of a priest, but with a dog's head. The figure was pointing up at a ring above him. See the guy with the padlock through his mouth? So much for nose rings, huh?
I do believe that's San Ramon.
Whoa, Nico, how did you know that?
Ramon told me he was named after a saint with a lock to his lips.
Okay, so we've figured out that.
It was the figure of a priest, but with a dog's head. The figure was pointing up at a ring above him.
See the 4 circles and the large line in the centre.
A scarred face stared back at me from within the Ouroboros. Hobbes must have uncovered the image when he was restoring the painting. But what did it mean? And what was its link to the Tabula Veritatis?
I never can work this out. It doesn't really give you much clues in the painting. Look at the map. Paste pins in 4 key locations. So if we look at the telegram,
The Tabula Veritatis was smuggled out of Montsegur to Catalonia by a group of Cathar survivors. I have confirmed this from confessions extracted by the Dominican Inquisitor Emmerich of Girona. It was signed Wolfram.
So, the first location where it began was Monzagora.
Time to take another look at the map. The municipality of Mora d'Ebre.
Obviously,
The French castle Montségur. I saw this location highlighted on a fresco. This was one of the locations highlighted on the fresco.
And this was the starting point of the journey of the Bonans, the good men, the Catars, right?
so the next one is obviously Burgar, which was the one identified by the coat of arms.
So, the coat of arms on the fresco pointed us towards Berga.
Then it must be important.
2 locations down. If the vignettes on the painting were anything to go by, I needed to find 2 more.
Place a pin on that. The Hound of God, Dominican with the hot head dog of the painting. Now, I don't know how you meant to work these 2 locations out.
Inside the ring was what looked like an affluent town. There was a tower within the ring. It depicted the town of Berga on the trail of the Bonzon. The Tabula Veritatis was smuggled out of Montségur to Catalonia by a group of Cathar survivors. I have confirmed this from confessions extracted by the Dominican Inquisitor Emmerich of Girona. It was signed Wolfram.
Okay, so Girona, this obviously gives you the exact clues of where it was. So the next one is this one.
Girona. The location had to be important. The Inquisitor Emmerich had come from there. The Dominican monk Emmerich was from Girona, the dog-headed priest on the painting. I'd found 3 locations. Now I had to track down the last one.
And then Saint Roman. Remember Roman gave you a clue? It's this one.
The village of San Ramon. I could see a pattern emerging. The locations had formed an olive-cross shape, similar to the layout of the orbs depicted on the painting. This is the center point of the cross, so the tabula must be here. Montserrat. It has to be Montserrat. The question is, what's Montserrat?
It's a monastery in the mountains, quite a tourist spot. But there's something else. I think it used to be a Gnostic refuge, hundreds of years ago.
Bravo, my friends.
Dovsky?
No, Langham.
No, it's Genan, isn't it?
Very good, Miss Collard. So, what happened to the real Langham?
He went for a long swim in the Seine. Now, I was expecting to have to rip this place apart and retrace my grandfather's steps, but I do believe you have saved me quite a lot of work. The tabula is at Montserrat. Who would have thought it? The old man will be coming with me.
No, please, take me instead. He doesn't know anything.
And you do? I think not.
But he is old.
Eva, hold your peace, child.
You can't do this.
Oh, but I can. I will. Man is weak, servile, controlled. He must be freed. Freed from all constraints. Free to fulfill his desires.
And you plan to raise the devil to achieve that?
Not the devil. Lucifer. Now, if you don't mind, we have a long journey ahead of us. Come on. They can rot in there.
We have to get out of here now. I assume that lunatic is as dangerous as he looks.
I'm afraid so, Eva. I think he's killed before.
You know, Nico, we were chasing Maledicció, but all along, we were really up against Ganon's grandson. I had to figure a way out of the ruins so we could catch up with Langham. I didn't have time to look at the map again.
Alright guys, I'm going to call that a video. We've done quite a lot in this one, more than what I actually planned on doing. But that's fine, I don't mind doing that. You know, it's all good, it's all kushki. And next time guys, we will escape from the library and get to the next location, which is probably one of the most favourable bits in the game, I think. Quite funny things you can actually say. So, yeah.
The window looked out onto a small courtyard. It had a grill of solid iron bars.
I'll see you next time, guys. Take care. Bye-bye for now.